What do women want in 2025? What do they actually want? They say this and they say that and this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. What do they really want? Because men are still out here, searching for love, right? Men are out here trying to find the perfect wife, find the perfect girlfriend, right? Do you guys even know what women want today? Huh? Do y'all even know what they desire today in 2025 and beyond? Who are women today? Right? Who are women today? Because this is like men are slow to catch up, right? Men are slow to catch up, and the reason being men are so slow to catch up is because, like I say all the time, most men are desperate. Most men are on the lower end of the genetic pool. Most men are not 6 feet plus. Most men are not making six figures. Most men don't have a 6-inch digging stick or more. Most men are not above average in looks, right? So why is it that so many men are still searching for the same old things that men in the 1940s were searching for? Well, because men have failed to understand and come to the realization that women are no longer the women that we've been programmed to think they are. Women are no longer the women that the movies portray them in. Women are no longer the women. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Pause, pause, pause. Right? Maybe they always been the same. Maybe they always been the same old women for forever. Now they just have the freedom to do whatever they want to. That's a good analogy. Maybe women have always been this way, right? But we're just gonna stick to what I'm saying now, right? Who are women and what do they want in 2025? Who are women and what do they want in 2025? Modern day women, the current day women, they want a dumb man. They want dumb men. They don't listen. Listen, red pill, the red pill has got a lot of things right, but the red pill has also got a lot of things wrong. I think a lot that goes into the red pill is just set in stone, right? There's a lot of ideology in the red pill that's just set in stone. There's no change at all. It's just this is that, right? However, the after pill is ever changing, right? It's ever changing, right? We could talk about socioeconomic patterns. We could talk about, you know, cultural patterns. We could talk about different things that quite frankly matters when we're talking about women, right? But the current day women, overall, they want dumb men, right? Or at least on the surface, playing like you dumb, right? Most men, they don't want men in general to know the game, right? They don't want you to be aware of all the games that they play. No, 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 no. That's messing up their attention. They need the attention. Women live, breathe attention. Their heart beats for attention. That's why social media has been so detrimental. Because before women thrived off attention in the first place, right? Let's get it straight. Women thrive off of attention, right? Women are judged by their beauty and men are judged by what they produce in the world, right? Women know that their beauty runs out as they get older, right? So they need to garner as much attention as they possibly can, right? While they're in their prime to get the best possible suitor that they can get. Are y'all following me? So that's why in today's day and age, right, all women have social media. The majority of women have social media, and they don't care if they get the attention from your teenage son. They don't care if they get it from your old granddaddy. They don't care who they get it from. Who got the money, right? even outside the money. They just desire the attention, right? The attention, the validation lets them know that, okay, at least I'm somewhat cute, right? It validates their thoughts, right? Or it validates their insecurities, right? That's what it does. That's what it does. So the women of yesterday are not the women of today. The women of today are cold-hearted. The women of today, they have no feelings. They have no love, right? They have no, those days are over with. All the Valentines and all of that shit is for show. It's for show, right? Women want you to take part in the delusion with them. They don't want smart men. They don't want intellectual men because those men are the ones who are able to navigate through the bullshit and play the game better than they're playing it, right? Don't get it twisted. Women are very conniving. Women are very what's the word I'm looking for? Women are very calculated as well because they, on a primal level, they have to be. They are the weaker vessel to the stronger vessel, right? Men, on the other hand, we are the hunters. We are the killers, right? We have to think logically to survive, to eat, and to provide, right? But a woman don't have to think on that level. Women don't even have to think on that level. Women can throw that kind of thinking outside the door. Society is already built. Society is safe for the most part, right? Especially in first world countries. You don't have to worry about much. Yeah, we have crime and homelessness and things of that nature, job market, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, there are plenty of programs. The government is willing to step in and save most women for the most part. So they don't have to think about survival. Men have to, right? Men have always had to. So that's why they garner so much attention. Because they want to see out of all the pool of men who has the most resources, and also on top of resources, who am I most attracted to? Who can I have the most fun with? Right? Who can please me more in bed? Right? They're thinking about all these categories, but they don't want you to know that they're thinking about all these categories. Right? Because they will use a man who they're not attracted to. Yes, they will. They will use a man for his resources who they are not attracted to. They will go as far as having children and marrying the man who they aren't attracted to. This happens, right? So y'all always wonder, like, oh, that dude, how did that dude, the fat dude, and he fat, he's short, and he got the hot blonde, right? He got the hot brunette or whatever, right? How is it that he has this hot chick in his corner and he looked like that? Well, y'all gotta think, all the guys that were probably, in her DMs and in her messages and hollering at her, right? These was guys who probably had options, right? Think about it. For a hot chick, we're talking about 7s, 8s, 9s. I don't believe in 10s, right? We're talking about chicks on the upper end of the spectrum, right? They have their pick of the litter, right? They can also choose, right? They can choose who they want because they have an abundance of men who are willing to do whatever it takes to get them, right? So out of all these men, right, who is the most desperate, right? See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean by they don't want smart men. They don't want intellectual men because you have to be like navigating this dating game, navigating women. It'll drive you insane, right? All the games that they play, all the knick-knack, paddywhacks, give a motherfucking dog a bone, all that shit that they want to play, it's so much, it'll drive a man insane. That's why a lot of men are opting out. That's why a lot of men say, to hell with this, I'll just pay for it. To hell with this, I'll just go overseas, right? because it don't make sense, and it doesn't make any logical sense for a man. We're on a primal level. We are hunters. We like to get straight to the point, right? We're direct with it. We like to. We're simple in a way. We just need the straight line. Just give me what I want. That's it. I just want a nice cooked meal, a home pussy, right? A home body. Don't cheat on me, right? And I'll take care of your needs, right? I don't require much of you. Just do these things, and I'll lay down the red carpet for you. Men are simple, right? That's why a lot of men are opting out, because they're like, the game is too complicated. The games are too complicated. Why play these games when I can get a direct line, right? Yes, I wanted a family. Yes, I wanted children. But what's the point if it comes with all of this? One, all of these chicks are hoes. So it's like I gotta navigate through all the holes to find the what? The one needle in the haystack that make she didn't suck a Johnson, but she jacked the Johnson off, right? So none of them are pure. Even your most goody two-shoe chicks are not as good as two-shoe as you think, right? They done been licked. They done been licked up and down, right? A Peter Whacker paws may not have went in them, but they done been licked up and down. It's a bunch of games. And they don't want men to know about all of these games. They don't want you to know about the dark side of it. They don't want you to know about, the finessing. They don't want you to know about the conniving. They don't want you to know about anything. Right? They don't want you to know. And women are becoming even more conniving. That's why I said before, maybe women have always been like this. There's a chance that women have always been like this, right? Social media may have just exposed their true nature. Y'all following me? Social media may have just exposed their true nature. Maybe they weren't able to explore their true nature like they they weren't able to explore their true nature versus back in the day, right? Is what I'm saying. So today they can explore their true nature, right? Back in the day, they weren't able to explore their true nature. Why? Well, because you had laws in place, you had fear in place, right? They'll get their ass stoned. That fear of getting stoned, fear of being ostracized from the community, right? A whole bunch of things in place. Now, women are free all over the world. It don't matter where you go. Women are free all over the world. It's a done deal. I don't care which Poland, from Poland to Mexico, the women are free. From Mexico to Colombia, women are free. From Colombia to Brazil, women are free. From Brazil to South Africa, women are free. From South Africa to Nigeria, women are free. From Nigeria to Egypt, women are free. From Egypt to South Asia, women are free. From South Asia to China, women are free. From South Asia to China to Russia, women are free. They're free. And there's nothing none of us can do about it. But they want to continue. Well, at least American women, they still to an extent try to put up this act as if, some of them are innocent, some of them are just so different than the others. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, most of these chicks are the same. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Most of these chicks are the same, especially if you stay in a major city. I mean, most people stay in a major city. Even in small towns, ain't shit to do but drink, smoke, and fuck. I mean, even in small towns, you're not gonna get what you think you deserve. You're not. So who are women today? Well, that's what we're still discovering, unfortunately. That's what we're still discovering. We know bits and pieces, but this modern day and age, it's very new for all of us. It's extremely new for all of us. None of us really know truly the full lengths of all of this. Like I said, we haven't seen the true nature of how this is going to play out in years to come. We haven't seen the true nature in how social media is going to play out on our society yet. Well, if you pay attention today, maybe we have some kind of we have some kind of expectation of what to expect in the future, but they don't want you. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that they have multiple men hitting them up, right? They don't want you to know that, yeah, she's a church girl, but she's still fucking. She don't want you to know, right? They're willing to sell a story to whoever is willing to buy it. Don't y'all get it yet? I don't believe nothing these bitches tell me. I remember this one chick, she told me, yeah, she was like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't sleep around with strangers, right? And knowing me, I pay good attention, right? I like to pick apart words because words mean things, right? Words mean things, right? So I don't smoke, I don't drink, I go to church, right? And what else she say? I don't sleep around with strangers. Okay. So when I was eavesdropping on your conversation, right? You was telling me about how whatever guy you and this other girl was talking about, how he was hugging up on you in the back room and all that stuff. He was, trying to grab on you. He was trying to give you a hug and all of this stuff, right? You was talking about all of this stuff, right? All of this stuff. Like, oh, Miss Christian girl. Oh, Miss Church girl. Listen, they don't want you to know that the church girls are some of the freakiest, nastiest chicks alive. They don't want you to know. They want you to be a Dixie. They want you to be a Dixie. And you know what's crazy? A lot of men are turning into Dixies. Jesus Christ. A lot of men are turning into Dixies. Once upon a time, it was the women who were Dixie, right? And if you don't know what Dixie means, basically, cloudy minded, right? Dumbfounded, right? Don't know what's going on, unaware, right? A lot of men are what women used to be mentally, right? And I told you guys this before. I said, for you guys who want a cold approach and you guys who want to run game and all of that stuff, right? Women have more game than the average man, right? Women have more game than the average man. The average man don't stand a goddamn chance to the average woman. She's been having to maneuver men since a teenager. Don't y'all get it? She's been having to, deal with men, grown men since a child. Right? As a survival mechanism. Men have been trying to holler at them as soon as they started developing boobs. As soon as they started developing boobs, right? Is when men started hollering at them. That's when it started. They could have been 12, they could have been 13, 14. Listen, it happens. This is an unfortunate fact that happens in life. Grown men holler at children, right? Especially during their adolescent age. It happens. So you got to understand from a mindset of a young woman, they've had to maneuver way before you started maneuvering. Most men, if they're lucky, most men probably not starting until what? 17, 18, if then, nowadays. While they're starting at 12, 13, 14, they're popping that coochie open 12, 13, 14, right? You just down getting your Peter Whacker wet at 18, 21 when you got to college. And then the trends are even worse. Now, even past 18 to 21, some guys, they're not getting anything. Right? So women have Women are savvy to all the games. Women are savvy to all the ins and outs. They know this stuff already. And because they know this stuff already, they want you to be stupid. You'll be a damn fool if you think these women don't know that most men are unaware. You'll be a damn fool if you think if you'll be a damn fool if you think most women don't know that most men are desperate. They know this, right? They know this. And all of us have been victims to it. All of us, all men of all calibers, right? Socioeconomic backgrounds, it don't matter. All of us have been victims to it. Unfortunately, the most average women can trick a good-looking dude by just flirting with him. The average woman can trick most good-looking dudes by just saying, "Come fuck me. I want to fuck." True. Am I lying? So think about if most men are not above average in looks or in anything, rather. So think about what the average woman can do to the average and below average man. Right? It's an evil world out here, man. But they want you to be Dixie minded. They want you to be dumbfounded. They want you to be a deer in headlights. That's how they want you. Because then they can run the games that they've been learning. Right? These chicks have been savvy since the preteens. Some men don't know. A lot of men still don't know what the hell is going on. They just maneuvering through life. Oh yeah, we can run game, or women need to be conservative and all. Bro, listen, man. Take that shit and shove it up your ass, because that shit ain't coming back, and it ain't coming back until God Himself come back, or it ain't coming back till major catastrophes, happen. That's the only way that comes back. I said catastrophes. What? Catastrophes. What the fuck am I talking about? Catastrophes. That's when that comes back. But until then, we're here. We're here. This is not just the United States. It's not just Canada. No, it's the whole Western Hemisphere, and it has already spread to the east. It has already spread to the east. That's long gone. It's long gone. I already told you guys, even the most conservative women are still feminist and have a feminist mindset. Right? They just playing the game. Most women are in it for survival. They just want you to think that they're just so in love with you. And I'm not, taking away from the women who are. But they're in love with a lot more than just who you are. But they don't want you to know that. They want you to feel like they in love with you. No, they in love with you, my boy. They not in love with you, my guy. They in love with what you can do for them. They're in love with your potential. They're in love with the amount of other women who are attracted to you. They are in love with you can get another woman. See, they don't want you to know these things. This is the game. They don't want you to know these things. They don't want you to know what they're truly in love with. They don't want you to know that they're truly nasty little freaks, but you can't bring it out of them. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that they like nasty stuff. They don't want you to know that they actually like to get spit in the face. They don't want you. No. They don't want you to know that. Right? They don't want you to know that. That's what her other guy is for. That's what her side guy is for. But a lot of these women, they don't want you to know that. Most of them going to play games, right? This is the reason. This is one of the main reasons I say that the simps are winning, right? The simps are winning. Why are they winning? Because the simps are willing to sacrifice their masculinity to get to play. And I mean, at this point, I mean, can you? It's either go monk mode or just do what it takes. Rather that means getting the money, getting your body game right, telling them what they want to hear. Most of them want to be lied to. Most of them want to be lied to. That's another game. They're delusional. They want to be lied to. They don't want to. I got to make a separate video on that. That's a whole topic in itself. That's a whole topic in itself. Women are stuck in a delusional fairy tale world, and they want you to take part of it. They don't want you to, they don't like facts. They don't like statistics. They don't like real world stuff. That's why most women can't really handle real world stuff, because it was never meant for them to handle real world stuff. It was meant for them to be soft. It was meant for them to, be home. It was meant for them to just open up their legs. And not saying that is all women are good for. So don't come after me, YouTube, and all the YouTube bots and whatever. Right? That's not what I'm saying. But there was a reason for the reason. Right? There was a reason for all of it. But most men are not savvy to what's going on. Most men can be fooled by the average woman. They want you to be dumb because they want to play games all day long. They want you to tell them lies all day long. They want you to feed them the delusions all day long, which I'll make a whole separate video on that. They don't want to accept truths. They don't want to accept facts. They want to play games because their world is full of fairy tales, right? If you ever met a young girl or a woman just without a man or a strong man in her life, right? She has no structure because there is no strong masculine figure in her life. She's all over the place, especially these young hoes, right? These young chicks, they have no structure. They're hard to deal with because they have no structure. If you're a man of structure and a man of principles, and you wake up this time, you go and work out this time, you're working on your side business at this time, listen, you don't have time for all of this bullshit. So even if she is a nice piece of ass, a nice thin piece of ass, rather, she look good, you know that thing tight, but she has no structure. She don't know what she want to do in life. She don't wake up when she's supposed to be waking up. It's Saturday and she waking up at 2 o'clock. Monday, she's waking up at 3 p.m. Bitch, don't you got a job? Don't you got a job? But that's the way of the world. A lot of these chicks are unstructured. They're all over the place, bouncing on dick to dick, playing game to game, playing man to man. And like I said, either men are playing dumb with them, the simps, or most men are goddamn dumb. They don't want you smart, gentlemen. They don't want you smart. And if you're smart maneuvering women, it's not going to work out for you. You gotta play dumb. You gotta feed into the delusion. I mean, it's just the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it. That's an after pill. It's the only way to do it. There's no getting around that. Yeah, a certain amount of money, you can reveal a certain amount of truth, but at the same time, at the end of the day, you're still going to have to play this game. And that's an after pill. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.